What's up, guys? What's going on? DankRage back again, and today we're going to be talking about the biggest update ever in Marvel Heroes. I'm going to make this short and sweet because I really just want to get back to playing. Uh, but anyway, let's get right into it. Couple things that I really like about the update. Everything looks fantastic. A lot of the skills got updated, a lot of the costumes got updated, a lot of the areas got updated, and it makes for a really enjoyable playthrough, especially since I haven't played the game in about 8 to 10 months. So coming back to it pseudo fresh, it's really enjoyable, and I commend Gizlian on that. The skill system is really awesome. I really enjoy not having to go through each and every level and make a choice as far as which skill I want to have first. One that's going to give me more damage, or one that's going to allow me to live slightly longer. Of course, leveling in this game is not really that big of a deal anyway, but still, it alleviates that from the back of my mind, and I know that every level, or every other level, I guess, I'm going to be getting something new to play with, and then I can slot that on my bar, see if I like it. If not, I'll just go back to something else. No big deal. Talents are really cool too. They really change how I choose to play the game, and with the skills. Like before the update, I wouldn't use Ricochet Blast at all. I'd rather just use Optic Beam and swing across the screen and just destroy shit that way. But now, because it has a bleed mechanic to it, I don't have to use Beast as my strike team. I can sub that in for Iceman or Angel, or just or Jean even, and not have to force myself to use a certain team up just so I can proc one of my artifacts, one of my artifact abilities being the Sabretooth's main on bleed. So that's really cool, and I really like that. It also kind of switches up how my rotation too, so I can play with more strike teams, so I can constantly throw out more signatures, or I can use Hyper Optic Beam, which is an upgraded optic beam for a solid 5 or 6 second channel of some good damage, some good dots too. It feels good. It feels good. Of course, I hope that they can do more with it and make the choices a little bit more engaging, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. As far as anything else, the one bar for the skills is it's all right. I've kind of conditioned myself over the course of my time playing Marvel that I want to try and fit as many skills, damn it, as many skills to fit my rotation as possible on one bar, so I don't have to constantly switch back and forth. So I've kind of conditioned myself to play this way, but to finally have it implemented, it's kind of like a hard slap in the face. Like, yo, you got to pick some skills, man, and you got to make it only work with seven. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Nope, 8 abilities. One being your movement, so or your movement and CC breaker, so 7 abilities.
If it's gonna help us,
Um,
take all the time.
it's cool, and of course, for some people that maybe play Doctor Strange or other characters that really rely on more than one bar, you might have a hard time kind of adjusting, but it's not that bad, man. It could be worse. I promise you. I promise you. Moving on, team up synergies, awesome. Finally, they're implemented. The only bad thing I have to say is that they're not maybe implemented the way that they were alluded to at first. But anything that makes me want to use my team up more and to have the Summers brothers out together, psh, I'm all down for it, man. Totally down for it. Hopefully, they'll be able to keep implementing stuff like that for the team ups, make them more useful, make them more worthwhile to actually buy and to actually use, other than just passive stat sticks. That's all good in my book. Artifact updates are amazing. I love that a lot of the shitty artifacts got buffed and a lot of the OP ones got dropped down a tick or two. There's some new ones too, which are really awesome, like all the new updates to the Bloodstone ones that I normally use for leveling, like the Eagle, Eel, Lion, Jaguar, like all that kind of stuff. It's really good, really nice to give new players and beginning levelers an option rather than just waiting until 50, 55, 60 before they can use all their powerful artifacts. Now, let's talk about some cons, all right? So, the big thing is the bad implementation of the updates themselves. And what I mean by that is the ordering of them. First thing being the movement abilities. Now, if you haven't played before the update, you used to be able to free cast your ability, your movement ability. Oh, you could spam it. Like I could sit here and roll all the way, all day, every day, baby. You know what I'm saying? But now every character has a movement ability, and it has charges. Some have more, some has less. For instance, Nightcrawler has 5 teleport charges, and Cyclops only has 3 roll charges. So you still have your travel ability, which is for different characters, different things. Cyclops, he rides around on his motorcycle. Nightcrawler, for instance, runs around on all fours. Um, I don't know. Hawkeye rolls around on his cycle bike, jet thing. Each character has their own. And the reasoning behind them nerfing the movement abilities, i.e. the rolls or teleports, is for having the players to slow down, to stop just boss rushing and just, take a while to smell the roses. You know what I mean? But the problem with that is there's still no reason to stop and smell the roses. All you have to do is just sit there and hold down your travel power all the way to the boss, and it's just the same as before. Only you're now gimped in the actual combat, so you can't dodge out of the one shots, you can't get out of the chain CC as fast as you'd like, and all these other reasons. But I feel like their ordering of the implementation of the updates is bad. They should have buffed up the packs of monsters that aren't bosses first before they remove the movement abilities, to actually give players reasons to stop for a second, kill the packs, and then move on. Just like in other games of Path of Exile and Diablo, etc., etc. That's one of the biggest gripes I have with Marvel right now, is that. Just their ordering of their updates. Not to mention having uniques be practically useless right now, other than just for achievement points. It's kind of sad. I have about 7 to 8 stashes full of just any hero uniques that I can't get rid of outside of just selling them to the vendor for credits. I don't want to do that, man. I would rather change them into at least pet food, but I can't even do that now because it's actually bugged, and every time you go to reset your pet's affixes, you get 8 uniques back into it, and you get the same stat that you just got rid of every single time. It's a little bit frustrating. Hopefully it comes back soon, maybe by next patch, but that's a pretty big thing there, because there's just no point in holding on to uniques. There's no point in picking them up unless you don't have them for certain achievements. I don't know, man. Also, with Omega items coming out, there's really no feeling of progression right now. I feel like it probably would have been a better idea for them to just hold off on all the updates until they were all ready to go at once. Just because there's no feeling of progression right now, and we don't exactly know when it's going to be implemented. Probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks, but for now, it's just kind of, well, I'm just either prestiging people for their costumes before that gets removed. I'm going to try and get all the achievements I can before the uniques get removed. Trying to get my artifacts up before, whatever. But I don't know. It just feels like it was just bad timing for a lot of things. And then let's see. Moving on, the feelings of being too weak. Now that's kind of a big thing and kind of ambiguous. But let me try and explain it to you. Before the update, my Cyclops was in best in slot gear. He really didn't need any other upgrades other than just like minute percentile upgrades of the same item. So coming in after the update, still having the same best in slot gear, and it's taking me 5 or 6 minutes to kill a cosmic boss, that's not very what I would call fun. That's tedious. Increasing the monster's HP and their damage while decreasing the player's effective damage is not my idea of proper balancing. Granted, they have said that they are going to be doing a damage tuning pass again coming up in the next few patches, but again, why do all these nerfs first without some kind of substitution or recompense for the players? There's just no reasoning for it. It doesn't make sense to me. Of course, I'm not a developer, so I don't see what they see, but this is just my opinion. So take it with for what you will. And lastly, there's still no fucking endgame content. There's still none. There's no new raids. There's no new danger room maps. There's no new patrols that are actually worth doing for any items right now. More than likely, probably in the future, they will be handing out something. But again, as of right now, as of this video, there is no endgame content that gives players a feeling of progression. They disabled X Defense and Holosim to go back and rework them. They're still bad. They're still terrible. Danger Room got kicked into a corner and forgotten about like a terrible stepchild. Like, come on, guys. We need something, man. When players are coming from games such as Path of Exile and Diablo 3, they have greater rifts, they have maps, they have all this other endgame content. Then it's it's just not, it's not fun. Hopefully they do something with it. Hopefully they just increase the amount of stuff that veteran and already established base characters can do in the end game. Then we'll see what happens. But as of right now, it's looking really bleak, and I don't know, man. I just really want, I want something to do in the game. I want that carrot on the stick. Do you know what I mean? I want to get that end game boss item from that raid. I want to get all these items from the super bad guys, and I don't know, man. I just want to feel like I'm actually getting stronger. I know it's going to be coming soon, but I want it now. Hopefully you guys do too. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the update. I mean, despite all my complaints, I still love this game. It's been a huge one of mine for many years now, and with this update, I think we're heading in the right direction, but it just may take some time to see. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you'll share down your opinions and what you think about the update in the comments below. But yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.